Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. A dispute between a landscaping crew and a neighbor in Landers led to 2 arrests, including one for investigation into assault with a deadly weapon. On Saturday at around 7 a.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of an assault. Deputies say that a landscaping crew was hired to clean a vacant property near the intersection of Shane Lane and Sunset Mesa in Landers. One member of the crew reported to deputies that a neighbor began throwing rocks at the workers and then pointed a gun at them. Deputies responded and identified the suspect as John Rule, a 47-year-old resident of Landers, and they took him into custody. During their investigation, deputies say that they also contacted Rico Thompson, a 26-year-old resident of Landers, who was found to have an active warrant for violating parole. He was also taken into custody. John Rule was arrested for investigation into charges related to assault with a deadly weapon and is being held at the West Valley Detention Center on $140,000 bail. Rico Thompson was arrested on suspicion of violating parole and is being held at the West Valley Detention Center without bail. An alleged road rage incident on the highway led to 1 arrest. On Sunday, July 27th, just before 10 a.m., the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department received a call regarding road rage near the intersection of 29 Palms Highway and Sunburst Avenue in Joshua Tree. According to the victim, after a road rage incident, the driver of the other car got out of his vehicle and, quote, slapped the victim in the face. Ilya Gusha, 47, of Aliso Viejo, was identified as the suspect and taken into custody at the scene. The victim required medical attention. Ilya Gusha was arrested on suspicion of battery and has been since released on bail. Last week, the 29 Palms City Council voted to greenlight the Ofland Resort project near the Indian Cove neighborhood. So, what happens next? Reporter Heather Clisby has a few details.
In an unforgettable meeting so well attended it was moved to a basketball court, the 29 Palms City Council unanimously approved the controversial Ofland Resort project on July 22nd. Specifically, the council voted to rezone the area, adopt the mitigated negative declaration, and approve the conditional use permit. In an email to Z107.7 FM, Ofland's head of development, Luke Searcy, made clear that council approval does not translate to immediate shovels in the ground. There are still various designs to be created, reviewed, and approved by an array of local, county, and state agencies. Part of those are biological surveys that are to be completed immediately prior to starting construction, said Searcy. Erring on the side of caution, Searcy estimated construction might begin anywhere from 9 to 18 months from now. Meanwhile, in a July 23rd Facebook conversation posted and facilitated by Councilmember Octavia Scott, a resident wondered why an environmental impact report was not required in this instance. Scott replied, "While researching the project, I learned that a full environmental impact report wasn't required because a mitigated negative declaration was used instead. That means the environmental impacts were reviewed and could be mitigated to a less than significant level, which means the legal threshold under state law." Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Heather Clisby.
To gather vital community resources to help students and families prepare for the upcoming school year, the Morongo Unified School District will be holding its annual Back-to-School Resource Day tomorrow from 9 a.m. to noon at the MUSD Professional Development Center. Reporter Gabriel Hart lets us know what organizations are involved and other items and services that will be provided.
Made possible through collaboration with the Sportsman's Club, San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools, the 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians, Morongo Basin Healthcare District, Joshua Tree Rotary Club, and the Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino County. Back to School Resource Day is an indoor event where local service providers host information tables, offering value support for students and their families. As part of their annual donation, the 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians is providing 500 backpacks filled with spiral-bound notebooks, 2-pocket folders, pen cases, pencils, erasers, and more, along with an additional pallet of extra supplies to make sure every student is fully equipped for the school year. The Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino County will also provide food boxes, and the Morongo Basin Healthcare District will offer on-site dental kits. Families will also have access to information about back-to-school immunizations, physicals, and other important student services, all provided on a first-come, first-served basis. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
That event is from 9 a.m. until noon tomorrow at the Morongo Unified School District Professional Development Center, located at 6061 Sunburst Avenue in Joshua Tree. It's bee season in the high desert, and our ecosystem's most essential insect can be seen and heard, buzzing all around the basin as well as inside Joshua Tree National Park. Online news editor Robert Hayden buzzes in to share some simple tips to coexist with the high desert's primary pollinator.
Warmer weather and a lack of rain has bees out searching for water, which can cause them to be extra curious about your water bottle, your car's air conditioning, or any other place where they can get a drink. Native trees that still have blooms like the desert willow are buzzing as well, and they can descend on you out of nowhere if you're carrying a source of water. Joshua Tree National Park usually experiences a bee-heavy summer, and they've released a few tips yesterday on their social media to deal with the curious and thirsty bees. First off, don't swat at them. That just makes them agitated and more likely to accidentally sting you. Close up that water bottle or move away from water sources if you find them gathering, and check your bottle before drinking yourself to avoid some gnarly mouth stings. A car's air conditioner can also create water through condensation, making a pool of water under your car when you park. To avoid bees hanging out around your car, turn off your air conditioning a few minutes before you park, or do what I do and roll down all 4 of those windows and let the desert air flow through. And if you're allergic to bees, be sure to keep your medication on you and avoid areas with lots of flowering vegetation. Bees get busy during the summer, but the cooler months and seasons with more rain cools down their activities as well. Bees don't want to sting you. They just want a drink of water so they can get back to buzzing around the variety of flora that the Morongo Basin possesses. If you don't get too slap happy this summer, you'll remain stinger free. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.